When I was looking up this 320 swap for the M3, there wasn't really a lot of like know-how and what to do with it. So I'll call it, this is my tutorial of doing the swap. I'm just kind of document any of the issues I run into. Skipped all the basic stuff. I'm assuming if you're going towards a 320 swap, you're gonna understand how to pull the transmission, do everything like that. This is just gonna be everything specifically that I ran into with the process, any of the extra parts that you need, and I'll make sure to link them all down in the description of the video as we go. But to get things started, we're gonna go with keeping it easy. We're gonna start in the top side of the car. And obviously, what you will need is, this is going from an SMG. So you're gonna need a pedal assembly or just the clutch pedal. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the clutch pedal off this, slide it onto my assembly, we should be good. There's some other electronic bits I think you need, like we're missing the switch here, so that might be a hurdle we run into, but we will see as we go. When you're buying these used, make sure you get the master cylinder with it, because the clutch master cylinder is expensive compared to the rest of the parts that you have. I have, and I don't remember the brand, but you'll need a clutch line that runs through the footwell. We'll cover that in a minute. And then you'll want to get one that they make a few. There's some that do the slave cylinder to where it runs to the hard line inside the car. There's ones like this where you replace the entire hard line itself. And that's what I'm doing. And make sure you get one. If you do that, you're gonna want the rubber grommet just so you don't get air running through there, or water coming in through your footwell. Not as huge for me being a full-blown track car, but I still don't want to have to clean out water. But if you have like a carpet and everything to worry about, you don't want that getting soaked. But cool, we're gonna get this started. We're gonna go run in the car and get all this popped up, get processed. I used a, you guys, once you cut through this, you can do it with an angle grinder and just piece it out. Or I went with a, let's see if this drill's locked. It was a 83 mil hole saw. Honestly, I would say just use these. This was 10 bucks on Amazon. Even if it only works for one job, then it gets this job done. But yeah, once that's cut out, you're pretty much good with in terms of setting things up topside. I'm using a chassis mounted shifter. If you don't use a chassis mounted shifter, you need to get the shifter arm bracket underneath, which I can show later. So next step, guys, is we need to do the flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate. So I got this from BimmerWorld. It's the JB Racing flywheel. So all of this, I believe, is a E46 like S52 for the S52 engine, but it all should bolt right up. They give you your own hardware with this. You don't have to worry about the reusable or replacing the bolts like BMW recommends. But I'm gonna get to getting this all on, and then hopefully maybe we get the transmission in today. Sorry, so I'm sure the lighting's gonna be terrible down here. My light died on me, but we have everything bolted up. No issues, bolted up just fine. So just wanted to toss a quick note in here while editing. This kit that you get from BimmerWorld comes with a sticker on the clutch stating you need to reinstall it backwards. First time you do this, this is easy and it's very hard to mess up. If you don't do this, like I learned later this year, that when you try to turn the car over, you'll weld the clutch to the throw out bearings guide shaft, and that will seize the entire engine up. So make sure you install it backwards. Don't make my mistake. All right, we have this is the stock M3 drive shaft next to the 5-speed one. One thing that I noticed, so this one is a little bit longer, but don't remember if I mentioned this, but the M3 drive CV joint and like the end of the splines here are apparently the same diameter, or the same, it's different part number, but the same part. And the one that we got with the car came completely blown out. So, or with the drive shaft rather. So picked up, and I'll share this with you guys, but I got a crazy deal from ECS Tuning on these. So this is a brand new M3 CV joint, and we're gonna pop this on. Now I was looking at the manual. We're gonna have to pop this back cap off, slide that on, fill it with the grease, then tap on the actual gear portion, which is this here. Oh, and these do, obviously, they only go in one way. But, so once I get this on, you guys, I got a little excited and went disassembling this on my own. But it's hard to see in the completed one here, but this is there's a little snap ring that goes around the end of the collar, and we just got to reapply that once we have everything on. The service manual calls for like a special tool to press on, pull off. This one obviously came right off or is destroyed. And one thing, I don't know if I'll be able to get this for you guys to see, but that M clunk, I don't know if you can hear this play, but this is a part of that like well-known M clunk. So it'll be nice to get one on. But yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any difference in the normal CV joint between the regular 330 versus the M3. They are different part numbers, but I figured if we're gonna run them, why not try to run the M3 joint and see how that goes. Plus at the price I got for these, you really can't beat it. But we're gonna get these caps separated, get everything slid on to the new shaft. Hopefully maybe get some stuff bolted up. We are almost ready to bolt this bad boy up. We have the new center support. CV is on. I mean, this thing is rock solid. Like, I'm using probably more force than I had before. Absolutely no clunk. Super stiff. Love it. It's gonna be great. Taking a pause on the manual swap with the car. At this point, everything is bolted up, transmission's in. We were able to skip around needing to wire the clutch switch by just decoding the EWS requirement for it. I'm hoping that's just gonna be a worthwhile fix, saves an extra step or two of going through the coding. But we are now kind of at a hold point or a pause because of the drive shaft situation. I was hoping that the drive shafts were gonna be able to be swapped from the 330 into this, pop in, no issue. But what I'm thinking the case is, unfortunately, is that because the drive shaft or the diff is larger in the M3, I think it takes up a little bit of that space. So now the drive shaft is too long. I'm gonna have to go do some research, see if I can find a shop near me that does an extension, look for a spacer, or maybe just buy a dedicated drive shaft. Hoping I don't have to do the third option because I don't really want to spend that kind of money on this right now. But yeah, besides that, I mean, car starts up, we can get it into gear. We're a good chunk of the way there. We're just waiting on the drive shaft now. So I think I'll at least get the first part up and then kind of see where we go from there. And I'll keep you guys updated as we go.